Hi, my name is Shaun Meehan, and I want to know, do you use an activity tracker like a Fitbit, smartwatch, or an Apple Watch? These types of wearables could be a lot more problematic than you may think. Research shows that technology that is implemented in or worn on the human body will create many issues based off of ethical concerns. If you walk into a coffee shop or a store, chances are you will see some type of fitness tracker or smartwatch on most people's wrists these days. These types of things that people can do with these fitness trackers are check their steps, activity, heart rate, and a multitude of many other things. It could be possible that if someone went into the emergency room with an illness, the doctor could look at the patient's app or phone and discover that they may have had an anomaly at a certain time. They may also see what their beats per minute are, and they could also discover things like activity that they were doing throughout the whole entire day. It could suggest to them a starting point for treatment or possibly rule out some other things that could be wrong. Although these devices are not really made for diagnosing medical problems, it could give the doctor a window into something that may have occurred recently. When we go to the hospital, or any doctor really for that matter, we have to sign the Health Insurance Probability and Accountability Act forms, or HIPAA. That gives other health professionals or any doctors the ability to go into your records and view them. Your fitness trackers or your phones or any other smartwatches are not part of that HIPAA Act. So if your doctor has access to those things to take a look at any type of anomalies, they may also have access to more information than you may want them to have. Let's take a look at one of these devices right now to see some of the things that we can see. Currently on my wrist, I have an Apple Watch. Some of the things that I can do with this smartwatch is take a look at my activity. I can take a look at how often I've been moving around today, how much exercise I've done, and also how long that I have stood for. I can see the times that I have been most active, and I can also see how many steps that I've taken, and along with the distance that that equates to. One of the other things that I can do is take a look at my current heart rate and take a look at a chart as to where my heart rate has been throughout the whole day. If there was an anomaly or if there was some inconsistency here, I would have to be alerted to it and have to take the correct measures to make sure that there was no problems. But since everything seems to be consistent, I am going to go ahead and say that I am a pretty healthy person as of today. I can also take a look at what my resting rate is, and I can also see what it was when I was walking earlier today. Some of the other things that I can do with this is take a look at any photos. I could take a look at my calendar and any emails, and also any text messages. So a healthcare provider could take a look at the information that I showed, such as heart rate and activity, but that would also mean that they are privy to some of the other personal things that maybe I don't want them to be alerted to. While this scenario is not a common one, what could also be happening is that thing on your wrist that gives you so many benefits could actually have ulterior motives. The company that makes and issues these devices could be selling your data to a third party. And what that third party does with that data is up to them and not up to you. The companies that are working together, who make the device, and the third party could have the best intentions in giving you a great product and great customer service. However, there could be an exploit in there or a hole that could allow a hacker in and obtain that data. If someone like that who has bad intentions can make their way in, they could steal potentially millions and millions of customers' data and information. It's also good to bring up that the only time that you hear about these types of thefts are after the fact. Technology is a word that represents the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes. It is up to each person whether or not to participate in using a wearable device. If they are a willing participant, they live with the risk of having someone having access to their information. These things are usually spelled out in the end user license agreements, but who really reads those anyway? I hope that you'll think twice before using an activity tracker or a smartwatch, just to think about some of the data that you may be giving to other people or that they may be collecting about you. Thank you.